And now it's time for me to predict the team that will make the World Finals, LCQ, and also win the Istanbul Challengers Final in a few weeks. And it's definitely going to be a crazy final month as lots of teams race for these final positions. Starting in EMEA, it's already confirmed that FUT and Humble are making the World Final spots and are probably the favourite teams to go far and maybe even win it. FUT being arguably the best team in the world at the current moment, and Humble on a poor run of form recently, but they still won the Brawl Cup earlier this year. And I think it's safe to say that Novo and Totem will secure those final 2 spots, leaving just 2 LCQ spots for the rest of EMEA. And at the start of the second split, I thought these 2 teams would have finished 3rd and 4th, but instead, I think Kuma and Heretics will go to the ugly battle of LCQ to make Worlds. And I really hope that both these teams can make it, as it would be awesome to see 6 EMEA teams at World and really step up the competition. And I don't care if it makes it another EMEA monthly final, it's either that or watching the Americans try and draft. Deal with it. Onto East Asia, Zeta Division and Crazy Raccoon have both secured their tickets to Japan, leaving only 1 LCQ spot for the rest of the region. And while Fennel and Reject have been very inconsistent this year, Rival Esports and SK Kalalas are the favourite teams for the final ticket. And although I want SK to win it, I have a feeling that it's going to be Rivals for the taking. They've had a really good run of form lately, and I personally think that SKC have improved but still need more time for development. But I would love to be surprised here and in all the regions, but this one in particular. Onto South America, where things are looking a little dicey. Bounty Hunters and Red Canids are both appearing at Worlds. And whilst Olympus Squad have been putting up a fight all year for a spot at LAN, I'm going to take a biased take and say that Loud will return to a postseason later this year. Their improvements in performance before July and then after has been staggering. And I think with Coach Roll's return and now some positive momentum heading into August, I have a strong feeling that these guys could make another grand final to secure that LCQ spot and make a strong representation of their region on the big stage again. And finally, North America. Obviously, Tribe have secured their spot because none of these Wally stopped them, except my beloved team Electros, who are also making Worlds and hopefully trying to become the new headline for this region. But now we have the best LCQ race out of all of them, saved for the very last monthly final in 2026. It's either the inconsistent Warriors at Batik or the final hurrah for Bobby. And honestly, I want them both to go. But if I had to choose, I'm going to go with Batik. And my reason is that FA Bobby's performance have been dipping after Brawl Cups, as they even failed to qualify for the July monthly finals, which would have definitely secured them the points for the LCQ spot. But even then, Batik have been getting better and better, and although they still can't beat their rivals at Electros, they are probably the 3rd best team in the region. But in order to make LCQ, they need to do arguably the impossible, placing higher than FA Bobby, which could mean they have to beat FA Bobby in the grand finals. And you know what? If this is the grand finals we end with on 2026, I just know this is gold mine content for Kronos. I'm giving you a heads up, buddy, so get working on the scripts. And finally, challengers. Now, these are the teams at the time of recording, but things may have changed depending if any team decided to drop in or out of the BSC, blah, 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 boring stuff. But of these teams here, my favourites to make it to LCQ would probably be between Revenant X-Spark, Madrid, or FUT Academy. And although my heart says Sergeant makes back-to-back postseasons, I just have this weird feeling that either one of Madrid or FUT actually make it. I'm not sure why, not sure who wins, and because I don't really care, I'm going to have to say FUT Academy. Look, at the end of the day, none of these teams are going to make it out of LCQ, especially now that it's gone from 4 teams to 2. If they can't make top 3 in their region, can they beat 5 of the top 3 teams around the world and also 2 China mainland teams? And I know there are exceptions in this list, but I'm mostly looking at teams like Reject, PWD, and of course, SK Gaming. If these guys make Worlds, I'm going to lose my shit. That's all the news so far about World Finals and also my predictions. I'll be doing another prediction videos for LCQ once the teams are confirmed, but I also want to hear your predictions in the comments. Monthly qualifiers will be happening today, I believe, so go check out all the channels that are watching them Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later, Sproutlings. Bye!